Set this up on live. We set this up here. I will introduce everybody in just a second. Hold on, hold on. Go. Okay, cool. Got the link set out. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Just Another Year Chicago Bulls. My name is Justin. I am going to be discussing with you all the sad loss that the Bulls just experienced against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So let's get right to it. Before we do, everyone, please, you know the drill. Like and subscribe to our channel. Let's get some more Bulls content out there. I know it's not a lot of positivity right now, but of course there could be, and there might be some big things that we're going to have to cover and touch on as the season goes along. So let's get to it. Like I said, let's discuss it. I mean, what is there to discuss other than we had this game in our bag? This game was totally winnable, and it just so happened that in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, Timberwolves got hot. I mean, they got hot. Anthony Edwards is a monster. This kid, he's a number one overall pick, and he is worthy of everything that he is going to be, granted and achieved in the NBA. So he's a great player. It's just a shame that we were again so close. We had it in the bag, and unfortunately, we just couldn't hold that lead. I mean, literally holding a lead up until the middle of the fourth quarter, and then just completely falling apart when the moments came down to it. So again, we tried our best, and I think that it's ultimately because Levine's not there, and there's a lot of things in this lineup that are going to have to change. So in that case, we're going to be discussing the offense first, and this was an amazing game offensively for quite a few guys. And when I say quite a few, I mean three. Of course, we got to talk about Talon Horton Tucker, 13 points off the bench, and he was doing great things. He was playing in the paint really well. He had a great shot, a couple threes, and he just kind of did his part. He did exactly what he needed to do coming off of the bench, and I'm really happy about Talon Horton Tucker. And this might be a crazy one here, but I wanted to kind of briefly discuss why I think that Talon Horton Tucker is slept on. And I think that he should definitely be getting the keys to the offense. So there we go. I really want Talon Horton Tucker. Of course, THT. I would like him to be the starting lineup one of these games. I mean, why not just throw him in there? We really have seen the downfall and just not aggressive play from Patrick Williams. And there's just got to be a change in lineup, unfortunately. And I think that it would be awesome to give Talon Horton Tucker that chance. I mean, he is obviously hungry. He obviously wants to get out there and play. And I just loved what I saw from him today. So I think that would be a pretty good option for Billy Donovan to say, hey, screw it. Let's give Talon Horton Tucker 25 minutes a game, and let's see what happens. And considering tonight he had 18 points a game, sorry, he had 18 minutes played, 2 for 3 from 3, 5 rebounds, 13 points. I mean, that's really good. And if you give him 25 minutes, there's probably be a couple more points scored at least, some more boards, maybe a couple more assists. He was good. He was really good out there. So I liked Of course, again, let's get back to the offensive review of everything. So we talked about THT. Next up, we're going to be talking about Coby White, who did really well. I mean, he had a phenomenal game. 34 minutes played, 9 from 15 from field goals, 4 from 9 from three, 8 assists, 24 points. So he was really stepping up, and he played that point guard position extremely well. So I was really happy to see him go out there, and it looked like he was very comfortable with what he was doing, especially because that's what he was doing last season. He was our point guard essentially. So he did a really great job tonight. I'm really proud of him. And he didn't have any he didn't have any rebounds, but that's okay. He's usually good for about 4 to 5. He's a small guy, so he's not gonna, he's not gonna out rebound Rudy Gobert by any means necessary. But he did exactly what he needed to do tonight. And then, of course, we have to give our roses to Vooch, who played 30 minutes tonight, 11 from 15 from the field, 3 for 5 from three, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 25 points. So that's going to be Vooch's sixth 20-point game this year, according to Casey Johnson at KC Hoops. So I'm extremely happy for Vooch, and he really has proven that he is a key pillar on this team. With him and Levine, if they're able to coincide with one another and be able to score over 20 points a game each, and then Coby White coming in there and doing what he needs to do, really the sky's the limit for the Bulls offense. I mean, it's just one of those things where we have to kind of figure out coaching, and coaching's got to be there. We got to figure out these rotations. We got to figure out what is going to change moving forward. But I did like that after a tough loss against Dallas yesterday, the Bulls came out and they really had a great offensive showing today. And I mean, it wasn't exactly what I wanted to see from Io DeSumo, unfortunately. 13 points, 1 from 3 for three. It's just not going to be enough to kind of fill Levine's shoes and really be able to be a possibility of a starting point guard for the Chicago Bulls. Unfortunately, that's just it's not gonna work. But I do like that he came out and he was a little bit more aggressive in the paint. He wasn't taking as many crazy shots, and it's just one of those things where the game plan was really solid today. And I think Billy Donovan deserves credit for how good the game plan was. And unfortunately, defensively, we just weren't able to keep up with Minnesota. So with that being said, let's kind of go through the defense here and just what's there to say? They held it together so freaking well the whole game. And unfortunately, it was just the late fourth quarter that we weren't able to keep up. And that's okay. I mean, it's one of those things where you have to sit do. Now what do we do as a team to kind of finalize and finish out that fourth quarter? Was it a substitution? Was it just people, guys were tired? I mean, you got guys playing over 30 minutes. So it could have been a lot of those things. And also, again, you're playing the Timberwolves. Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert just took over the late fourth quarter and were really just doing whatever the heck they wanted. So you got to give props where they're due. One other thing with the defense is, we got rid of Alex Caruso, obviously, and we got Josh Giddey. And it just shows. I mean, it just shows that we are just extremely tired defensively, and there's not a whole lot going on. I do want to give Dalen Terry a huge shout out defensively. He was really aggressive. This was the first time that I've seen Dalen Terry, and I was, I never really thought too much of Dalen Terry at first. I'll be honest with you. Thought he was more of like a charisma guy, and I didn't think he was going to get genuine minutes for this team. But shout out to him. He came out, he played really hard, and he scored some points, and he got a couple steals tonight. But I love the tenacity of him on defense. I thought he was a great addition on the floor tonight defensively. So Dalen Terry did a great job. Shout out to you, buddy. I really hope. I mean, that's going to earn you minutes in this league. So I'm very proud and excited for what he's going to bring furthermore down the season. So we obviously discussed the downfall. The Bulls gave up in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's just ultimately what happened. They gave up in the fourth quarter, and that's all right. And I forgot to put a transparent background on this, so that's funny. So Uh, whoopsie. All right, so let's go to the offensive player of the game for the Chicago Bulls. That's gotta go to Vooch. I mean, what a performance he had! What a performance he was so successful tonight, and he had a really great arcing shot from 3-point land today. It was just going in 3 for 5 from three, and he just did what he wanted to do offensively. So, love that for Vooch. Extremely happy that he is still a Bull. I hope he stays a Bull the whole year. And there is, a couple questions lingering as to what is going to come from Zach Levine when he comes back, and what's going to happen when he's back. But truthfully, it's going to be pretty simple. I mean, this guy, we need Zach Levine back in here. We need Zach Levine back on this team. And for anybody that thinks that they need to trade Zach Levine at the deadline, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. There's absolutely no chance that Zach Levine gets traded. I mean, this guy is the heart and soul and the backbone of this organization. So Zach Levine is one of my favorite players that the Bulls have had in the last several years, and I really hope when he comes back he can stay healthy. Lonzo, I read a report today that Lonzo is going to be reevaluated today. Originally, the plan was to keep him on a 10-day list, but now it's looking like it might be longer. Who knows? I'm a little concerned about that, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, we got to see him play a little bit this year, and when he did, it was awesome. We were winning games with Lonzo on the court, so man, we got to get Lonzo back too. But I think the first step is getting Levine out there, making sure Levine's healthy, happy, making sure that this guy is going to contribute and be that scorer that we know he is. So, really, really proud to see Zach Levine in on the next game. Let's discuss that next game. So, next game we got Atlanta on Saturday, who is 4-5, and they just beat the Knicks, which I don't know. The Knicks don't even look that good this year, so who knows? Who knows? I think that'll be a good game though. With Zach Levine coming back, Zach Levine, Trey Young, it'll be a fun time. I'm excited about it. Um, I gotta give an offensive grade today. That's a tough one. you know, that's a really tough one. I would love to give it an A, of course, but we didn't win. I think an A should only be given if your team wins. So the Bulls did not win, so I don't think this deserves an A by any means necessary. But I could give it a solid. I give it a C plus. I'll give the Bulls offense a C plus today. Reason being, our bench did not do anything, and yeah, yeah. THT was the only one that really went off today. It was awesome. But I gotta say, Matas came in. He had a couple great defensive plays. He didn't do anything of importance today. He had a nasty turnover in the fourth that I'm not going to sit here and say led to the rally or anything like that, but it didn't help. It really fueled Minnesota's fire when he got that turnover. So I don't like it. I think Matas is somebody who might need to play in the G League for 2 to 3 weeks. But again, I'm just he got 13 points, 12 rebounds last game, and he didn't do anything this game. I'd like to see those numbers become a lot more consistent. I don't want to have this kid be scared to go out there and play. I just want him to go out there and play and just not have to think about it. Atlanta Hawks, number one pick this year, their rookie just scored 33 points. So it's like, I mean, that's crazy. That's really, truly crazy. You're a number one overall pick, yes, but you're scoring 33 points in an NBA game comes straight out of base. Solid C plus today. And I'm okay with saying that. I am okay with saying that. So, um, of course, follow us on Twitter at @JShy_Bulls. I'm always active on Twitter, live tweeting the games. I'm also always, posting things here and there, just kind of breakdowns and funny things every now and then. But yeah, please follow us on Twitter. Also like and subscribe to our channel. Got to have some more Bulls content out there always because there's always going to be positivity when there's negativity with the Bulls. I mean, we are the Bulls, the Chicago Bulls. We have the highest ticket sales. We sell out the most seats. no matter how bad the team is, we're the Chicago Bulls. We got to be proud of that. So again, I'm excited to see what this team is going to do. Unfortunately, there's a couple things that Billy Donovan's got to figure out still, and it's all lineup related. And we have to figure out what guys are going to be the ones producing for us and being the ones that are going to, get points. So that's all it comes down to. But everybody, thanks so much for tuning in to another live stream with Just Another Year Chicago Bulls. My name is Justin. We will talk soon. On Saturday, let's go beat the Atlanta Hawks. Have a good night, everybody. Appreciate it.